My name is Father Sebastian Myladiyil, SVD. I belong to the Society of the Divine Word and currently I serve as pastor of Immaculate Heart of Mary Church in Lafayette, Louisiana. I began my ministry as a newly ordained priest from India at St. Edward St. Jude in New Iberia in 1999. And after 2 years, I was transferred to Mississippi, then to Texas. And having served 15 years in 2 different dioceses, I came back to Lafayette on 15th of August 2015, and it felt like coming home. I have a unique story to say because in 2 dioceses that I worked previously also had held a campaign for different diocesan ministries. Coming to Lafayette, when the Centennial campaign was introduced, I was asking why once again into a new diocese and into a new campaign. But when I looked at the Centennial campaign and its historical significance and the different goals the diocese had, I was soon bought into the beauty of this campaign. And from my experience, I know the success of a campaign depends primarily on 2 things: the enthusiasm of the pastor as well as the dedication of the volunteers that you recruit. And I believe personally that if you are not enthusiastic about this campaign, it would go nowhere. So I looked around and I found some very dedicated volunteers for the community whose faith they live out on a day-to-day basis. And I invited them to be a part of the campaign. And in attending the different training programs, along with almost 20 volunteers, soon I began to believe that it would be a success. And I invited the volunteers to make a pledge, and I informed them that if we are not willing to do ourselves and be part of this campaign by personally making a pledge, we will not have the credibility of inviting people to be part of the campaign. And after me as a pastor and the volunteers making the pledge, we introduced the concept to the parish. There were some questions because our goal was $710,000, which certainly is quite a bit of money. And also having run by the religious order priests from the beginning, some had questions about the campaign goals. How is it going to benefit the seminary formation or the retirement fund for our parish? Once again, that was for me a moment of educating our parishioners to say that we belong to a larger church. Our parish belongs to the local church, which once again is part of the larger universal church. So whatever we do as a parish certainly has an impact on the diocese. The same way whatever the diocese accomplishes has an impact on us as a church parish. And people began to see the wisdom and also the 5 different goals, particularly how it would benefit also our own local endeavors. The 30% money that we would receive back, or 50% after reaching our goal, when I said would be used as the seed money for the construction of our new parish center, many people were enthusiastic. And so we began meeting people wherever possible, at their homes, at church, during our church fair, so on and so forth. Even though we were supposed to be completing our campaign by December 2016, I challenged my volunteers and said that we can accomplish our goal by November 2016. And so when we began doing our work, people began certainly stepping up and being part of this effort. So I'm so pleased to announce that by the end of November 2016, we went beyond our goal of $710,000, reached almost $900,000, which means 130% of our goal. And to the pastors, I believe that when we do our little part and when we are enthusiastic about our campaign, people will see that and people will want to be part of it. And the same goes for the campaign volunteers. Do not be afraid. People are willing to do their part when we step up in faith and are willing to do our own part. And then it becomes part of a greater legacy, part of building our future together for our diocese. God bless.